Welcome back to the All Seasons channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Kenny, and I do a mobile RV service in southern West Virginia, and I've been doing that for quite some time. Today we're going to be replacing a fan motor in a Suburban furnace. Here's the furnace. I've already got it out of the camper. There's the camper. I'm just going to take this thing apart. The fan just sounds horrible in this thing. I don't really know whether the motor's bad or maybe the fan's rubbing on something, but the gentleman said, hey, let's just go ahead and get a motor, replace the motor while we're in there. He lives in the camper, and he doesn't want to have any trouble this winter. So we're going to get this thing apart, see exactly what's going on. I do have the fan motor, so y'all hang on. Here we go. There's always a screw that holds the furnace inside the case. I know y'all can't see it, but it's in there. It's usually even got a tag on it that says, don't remove this screw unless you're servicing the furnace or something like that. But this one actually does not have that tag, but most do. This case is a little bit bent up here. We got a bending apparatus right here. I don't know how that case got so bent up, but it did. Okay. All right, so we got that screw out. Little tip here. The case right here, where the gas line comes out, you don't really want to disturb that gas line. There's no reason to. The new cases all have a slot here, so this will slide out. So we're just going to make this old case like a new case. We're going to make a slot here so that gas line can slide out. Let me go get my tin snips. This is always just a little bit difficult just because you don't get a good angle on it. You can't get your tin snips in there far enough. But still, it's better. It's better than disturbing a gas line you don't really need to disturb. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. Like I say, all the new cases already have this. I haven't seen a furnace made in the last 10 years that didn't already have this slot. So I figure if the furnace manufacturers can do it, then I can do it too. Simple as that. That's probably the easiest one ever done, and I got it on camera. Yay. So now this furnace should slide right out of this case. Now sometimes they're still really don't want to come out of this case, but that should be. Oh, you know what? Actually, this one has a second screw. You might actually be able to see this one a little bit. Probably not. It's kind of back in there. It actually has two screws that holds the furnace in the case. Okay. Now, you just have to go slow with this because it hangs on stuff coming out of the case. Sometimes it's easier actually to put it on the ground and do it. Sometimes it's easier just to lift it straight up. Kind of hold the case with your feet. And sometimes they want to be difficult. Well, I have to go to plan B. Push it out the back. There's just so much stuff in that case for this furnace to hang up on. I believe you're probably hanging up over here. So I'm going to push that furnace back in just a little bit. Put a screwdriver in there just to make the case spread out a little bit. It's definitely hanging up on something. think, a second screwdriver. Maybe we'll just use this one. There's a little lip. I know you can't see it. There's a little lip inside that case. I don't know why they have to make things difficult. Well, now I've got it so tight. Tell you what, let's try laying on the side. Pull these duct plugs out. D-U-C-T, duct plugs, so that I can see what's going on, hopefully. It is definitely hanging on something. Let's take these duct plugs out. See how that happens? See, it just goes up in there. That little tab goes in there, and you turn it, and it's in there. Take it out, and just do like that. Just allows us to look in there, make sure. Oh, maybe it might have been hanging up on those duct plugs too. Oh, I finally see what it is. It's because I got that duct cover out. I can finally see what is causing my issues. It was right there. Let me get a smaller screwdriver. Gas valve's hanging up on that little there's a little bracket inside this case. It kind of, I guess it makes it kind of airtight. And when the furnace is all slid together, that is what's hanging us up here. It moved a little bit. Mercy, it's really causing. I'm gonna have to use a big screwdriver. It's really hanging up. We're just about past it. Right there. First try. All right. See this little lip right here? That had got bent out. We will bend that in a little bit before we go back. Make life a lot simpler. So, all right, now that we got the furnace out, I need to raise you guys up a little bit. Here you go. I raised you up a little bit so you can see. We have to take this cover off. It actually sounds like this motor, it sounds like this fan is rubbing in here. Like I say, the customer wants us to replace the motor anyway. He bought the camper used. He knows nothing about it. It doesn't look to me like the furnace has been used very much, or to be honest with you, I don't know that it was ever used until this guy bought it. I mean, it's super clean inside. Usually they're pretty dirty. This one's very, very clean actually. So I don't know. We're going to go ahead and change the motor anyway. I bought a direct replacement motor. I did not buy the universal motors. I do not like the universal motors. They are cheaper, but I feel like a lot of times you get what you pay for. Now this one here actually has a little clip on the bottom of this fan cover, and then you got all those screws around the outside, and you've always got one screw right under that gas line. You can usually just barely pull on that gas line a little bit to access that screw, just like so. And we want to be very, very careful here because this has like a little cardboard gasket underneath of it. We don't want to break that gasket because I may or may not have one of those gaskets. So we're just going to very gently pry that thing loose. Hopefully the gasket all stays on one side, which it did. The gasket is intact. Yeah, fan's been rubbing the case right there. See all the black dust? So, man, I kind of hate to change this motor, but it's what the gentleman wants to do, so that's what we're going to do. Now this has, it's going to take an Allen wrench to reach up in there through that little hole in the fan. Let me get the Allen wrenches. Just take your Allen wrench and reach up in that hole right there. Might have to get my flashlight. Let me go get the light. All right, actually talked to the customer, and we're going to adjust this fan, and we're not going to change that motor. That motor's $240, so I just can't see him paying for that motor. I'll send it back, and I mean, this furnace looks brand new inside. So now I got my light. It's hard to see inside that fan. Actually, I don't even need the light. Now that I know where it's at, I can see it. Just kind of feel your way around there. So we don't even know for sure if I have the right size Allen wrench yet. I don't think I do. Let me try one size smaller. And it's hard to hit that thing. It's pretty far back in there. Of course, as soon as you stick the wrench in the hole, you can no longer see the little screw that you're trying to hit. Oh yeah, in there. First try. So we're just going to loosen that up a little bit. Slide that motor down. Or not the motor, the fan. Snug it back up. It's still rubbing on something. Well, let's take this fan off. See what's going on underneath of it. Oh, Bee's nest. There's that clamp with the Allen wrench in it. So we're just going to slide that back on there with the Allen wrench already in it. We know about how far it needs to go down now. Oh, and my clamp slipped off. We need to snug that clamp up just a little bit so it doesn't fall off. So we're just going to barely snug it up. Then we should be able to put this fan back on without it. There we go. The noise is gone. And we'll slide this cover back on. Reach under here, turn that fan on the other side. We're nice and quiet. So we're going to put this back together. Save this gentleman $240 for a motor he didn't really need. Put a little clip thingy back on. Easy peasy. Get all our screws started, and then we'll go around and snug them up. This one here's got wire holders under it that these two wires to the cell switch go under. Those wires back under there, so they don't have the potential to get damaged. Held securely. And the one under the gas line. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna snug everything else up and do that one last. You can see there's quite a few screws. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 screws and a little clip thingy. All right, then the one under the gas line. All right. Well, that was easy. Now the only thing left in our magnetic bolts are 2 screws that holds the furnace into the case. So I'm gonna straighten that case up a little bit. Get ready to slide this furnace back in there. So we're really gonna go high tech on this. Gonna use our vise hammer. Every tool has a hammer side. Don't forget that. I believe that's going to be sufficient. Should make life a lot easier. Now let's see if it slides together a lot easier than it slid apart. You want to really watch your fingers when you're doing this, because it really hurts when you get your fingers in the wrong place when you're doing this. How would I know, do you ask? Well, I just know. And that's still gonna hang up down there, so we're gonna have to just reach down there with the screwdriver and make just a little bit of clearance. That wasn't so bad. All right, I feel so confident. I'm going to go ahead and put my 2 screws back in here, and then we're going to test fire this thing on the truck here. This screwdriver used to be a lot more magnetized. This screwdriver might, oh. What are y'all doing way over there? We're working over here. Come on, keep up. As I was saying, this screwdriver here may very well be part of the original Craftsman tool set that I bought when I first got married 36 years ago. Well, my wife's gonna kill me if I get that wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 36 years ago. 35 years ago? I don't know. It's been a long time. But anyway. Alright, let me go get my wire stripper and we will test this thing. Alright, I'm just going to strip these wires back so we can put our test leads on. I guess I'm going to have to take that little tag off. I don't like taking those tags off, but this is in the way. Let me move y'all around again so y'all can see what we're doing. I have power right here on the back of my truck. I believe yesterday I was testing a hydraulic pump motor. I probably blew my fuse. Let me see. Let me see if I have power here. Probably have to go change that fuse. No big deal. Just I pop that fuse constantly. I should have put that fuse back here where I can get to it. And yes, I popped my fuse in my truck. So, well, I'll just take you along for that. All right, next time we're doing a video, I'll tell you guys to go change a fuse for me. Now you'll know how to do it. This is where my batteries are at for my inverter. Put 2 extra Series 31 batteries in here. Yeah, she's blowed to run my inverter. This is where I put the fuse. If I had known when I did this that I would pop that fuse like 5 times a week, I would have put that fuse in a more accessible area. So now that we got a good fuse in there, the furnace is trying to run. I'm just going to untwist the, oh, I guess I should tell you. To test fire this, all we do is hook it up to power and ground and twist your 2 blue wires together. Those are your thermostat. And then try to light. So here is our gas line. The tanks are in an undisclosed area in the truck. So we just hook our gas line up. Just hand tighten that. And now I'm going to go to the undisclosed. Now I'm going to go to the undisclosed area and turn the gas on. And we'll test fire this thing. All right, got the gas hooked up. This thing's still going through its cool down cycle. We're just going to go ahead and stop that by going and twist these thermostat wires together, and it should fire right up. Make sure nothing touches. Yep, she lit right up. Sounds much better now. I know you can't see that flame. Maybe you can see where the the thermocoupler stuff's red in there, the igniter and the thermocoupler. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be able to see that flame. So there you go. There's not changing a $240 fan motor when you don't have to. So no biggie. The company that I ordered this stuff from, they're actually pretty good about taking stuff back, and I'll pay the shipping on it. Customer actually volunteered to pay the shipping. We'll see, I don't know. But anyhow, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Ring that notification bell. You'll get notified when I post new videos. And I'm gonna go down the road and fix another one. And y'all have a fantastic day.